We're now going to find an unknown angle in an angle diagram by using the F rule. So, if we take a look at part A here, there's two unknown angles, A and B. We're going to start by finding angle A. In order to get angle A, we have to identify another angle in the diagram that corresponds to it. And we do that by drawing a suitable letter F. Now, a good starting point is to trace over the lines that angle A lies between. So what I'm saying is we could trace over this line and this line because angle A lies between them. So let's do it. Let's trace over this line and then trace over the other line here that angle A lies between. Now, those two lines that we've traced over will be part of our letter F. So in order to complete the letter F, I'm going to continue drawing over the bottom line until I get to the other corner. And then we're going to trace over this line at the top here, like that. So what you'll notice is that we've drawn an F shape, or a letter F, and it's definitely a letter F because it contains two parallel lines. And what you'll notice now is that the 60-degree angle and the angle A that we're looking for are corresponding angles because they lie inside the letter F, they lie at the joints of the F, and they both lie on the same side of each parallel line. So if you take this first parallel line, the 60 degrees is to the left of it, and if you take the second parallel line, the angle A is to the left of it. So we found angle A. So angle A is just equal to 60 degrees, and then we're going to put the reason in brackets. The reason we got angle A is because we used the F rule for corresponding angles. And we want you to give a reason every time you work out an angle. So that's angle A. We're going to do something similar to allow us to get angle B. So in order to get angle B, we need to identify another angle that it corresponds to by drawing a suitable F. So the first thing I'm going to do is draw over the two lines that angle B lies between. So I'm going to trace over this top line and I'm going to trace over this other line. So if we do that, what we've done is we've drawn part of our letter F. Now to complete the letter F, we're going to have to trace over this other parallel line, like that. So clearly we've got a letter F because it contains two parallel lines, and you'll notice now that angle B and 110 degrees are corresponding. Why? Because they lie inside the letter F, they both lie at the joints of the F, and they both lie on the same side of each parallel line. So if you take this top parallel line, angle B is to the left of it or below it, and if you take the other parallel line, the 110 degrees is to the left of it or below it. So angle B and 110 are corresponding angles. So angle B is equal to 110 degrees, and the reason is because of the F rule for corresponding angles. Okay, example B then. In this question we want to work out what angle C is. So again, we have to identify another angle in the diagram that corresponds to angle C. So a good starting point is to trace over the two lines that angle C lies between. So angle C clearly lies between this line, this little bit here, and then this line. So we'll trace over those. Like that. And what we've done is we've already started to draw part of our F. Now to complete the F, I'm going to continue tracing over this line here, and then I'm going to trace along the bottom. So what we now have is our letter F, and it's definitely a letter F because it contains two parallel lines. That's a must. When you draw a letter F, it must contain two parallel lines. You can then clearly see that the angle C that we're looking for corresponds to the angle 50 degrees. They are corresponding angles because they both lie inside the letter F, they both lie at the joints of the letter F, and they both lie on the same side of each parallel line. So you can see that 50 degrees here is above the bottom parallel line, and the C here is above the upper parallel line. So they are the same. So angle C is 50 degrees, and again the reason in brackets is because of the F rule for corresponding angles.